The Yukon is a rugged, cold place that I think produces what would be the ideal hockey player. Tough, winterized, and a few years ago, someone said, there's this kid coming from the Yukon who's 13 or 14 right now, who's going to be the next guy that we talk about. What's his name again? It's Gavin McKenna. We do romanticize hearing about the next guy who's coming. It gives us this feeling of comfort. And I watched a video of Gavin skating with his dad on his outdoor rink and thought automatically of the comparisons to Wayne and Walter Gretzky. It all adds to the lore of Gavin McKenna.
At a very early age, Gavin McKenna was viewed as that next player.
And this is where it becomes interesting. These phenoms arrive.
With speed, Pacheco the trailer. McKenna, what a move. Gavin McKenna, mastery!
This might be the best prospect in legitimately a generation.
And then we try to make the phenom out to be the anti-hero.
All we have is what we've seen, and what we've seen is not enough. The cracks have shown.
And in 2026, the world is screaming at you.
Gavin McKenna is facing a felony aggravated assault and other charges.
There's a lot of askers who are out here getting arrested, so...
Nobody really knows.
Right now,
There's a lot of rumors flying.
I feel like McKenna, his stocks are lower than they've ever been.
When people are pumping you up, it feels pretty good. And when they're not, you know, sometimes it can get to you. But there's sacrifices you gotta make to live out my dream. I never had really a plan B.
Morning, Gavin.
Morning.
How you doing? How'd you sleep?
Good, it was good.
It was long, but you get a good one?
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah?
It was really good.
Okay, come on in. When you walk around upstairs, there's blank walls on purpose for our very first NHL star, for our very first NHL or national championship. So why don't you know, like we've checked off everything we got to do except one thing.
Yep.
Yeah, we're right on the cusp.
For sure.
One more addition would be helpful. Okay, dry stall here.
Gavin McKenna is the #1 overall pick in the NHL draft right now. And the traditional NHL path for a Canadian kid like Gavin McKenna was that you would play in Canada in the CHL. You were either a CHL person or you were a college hockey person. One or the other, but not both. The 2025-2026 season is the first full year in which players who had played major junior hockey in Canada, the CHL, are now eligible to play in the NCAA.
And this is the guts of campus.
So Gavin McKenna, with this new reality and all these eyeballs on him, has to make a choice.
The decision is, will he return to the WHL next season, or will he take advantage of this new path that is available to CHL players by going to the NCAA?
Everybody wants him. Everybody wants him. The NCAA was like, we have to get this player.
The reason why you fit Penn State so well is this. We are the best rush offense team in the nation, and you are the best rush offense player from the CHL.
CHL was like, we have to keep this player.
McKenna, Michigan attempt, and he scores! Gavin McKenna
From a purely statistical standpoint, Gavin stands almost in a class of his own. The most productive player to come through the WHL in decades.
McKenna, he scores.
I mean, when you say the word dominance,
Roll the highlight reel.
he's the poster child for
McKenna drives, scores.
putting up multiple points a game in the WHL with the Medicine Hat Tigers.
The trailer, McKenna, what a move. Gavin McKenna, mastery.
Doing what he was doing one-on-one to guys.
Highlight of the night.
Like, I've never seen that before. He put the kid in a blender.
Gavin McKenna, this is the season a 17-year-old is having. 40-game point streak, 100 points over that streak. I don't know that you could do this in a video game.
We are not worthy for what we just saw.
Well, the best players always went to the CHL. It's always been the best path to the pros. But the CHL, there's the age limit. It's 16-year-old, 17-year-old kids. So I think the advantage of the NCAA is you're playing against kids who are 24, sometimes 25 years old. You have all the resources.
Think athletic training room on steroids, hyperbaric chamber in this room, hydro massage beds in here, as well as we're getting a red light therapy bed.
And the NCAA has NIL deals. Name and likeness.
Rumored that he's getting $700,000 to play down at Penn State.
But Gavin is risking it all going to the NCAA. If he struggles, he's screwed. I mean, he could lose the top overall pick.
Got some big news about talented young Gavin McKenna. He is making the decision to go the NCAA route.
There's multiple things here that are crazy. The fact that the #1 recruit in the world in hockey is going to play college, holy shit.
The money, I'm sure, factored into it.
More resources is a good thing. So that did factor in a bit, but when you go first overall, there's certain, dollar figures that go with that, right? If you're second, third, or fourth overall, you're not going to get those.
My goal is to get drafted first overall. There's a lot of risk just in terms of, my play and, potentially losing that first overall spot. At the end of the day, it was a risk I was willing to take, and it was what's best for my development.
He ultimately made that decision to get himself ready for the next step, which of course is the NHL.
Even from a very, very young age, he just kind of knew, well, this is kind of what I got to do, right? Put the work boots on, and here we go, and this is what I got to do.
He was always with kids that were about 2 years older than him. If he stayed with his own age group, then it was just wouldn't be fair for anybody. Yeah.
Gavin was being recruited quite heavily from a lot of different programs. When he was 12, we ended up making the decision. Rink Hockey Academy in Kelowna was the place to go. Right before we left to Kelowna, he had fractured something on his hand. He had to get a cast, and he's not going to be able to play hockey for the next 4 weeks or so. And so that was hard. 4 weeks later, they decide, okay, well, Gavin can skate with the team, but he's going to have a yellow shirt on and no checking and all that kind of stuff. That afternoon, we get a call from the coach. I got some bad news for you. He ended up colliding with one of the players and ended up breaking his other wrist. The poor guy, he's 12 years old in this new surroundings. He's got 2 broken wrists on both hands. He could have called home and said, Mom, I miss you, I want to come home, right? And he didn't do that, so that to me just shows, okay, this kid has a goal and he's got something he's going for, and that to me was like, okay, that kind of says it all.
The greatest players always want to challenge themselves. He decided to take a chance and go to Penn State, to go to something out of his comfort zone and say, now I want to show that I can dominate in NCAA hockey.
And the only way that he can prove the decision was the right one is to play great and win.
and you're in his shoes as the #1 draft pick, you have to have an impact. So before his first game, there was a buzz. What's about to happen here?
And tonight from Mullen Arena in the desert here from Tempe, Arizona, the moment you all have been waiting for, the 2025-2026 Penn State hockey season begins, propelled by the highly touted Gavin McKenna, the projected #1 overall pick in the 2026 NHL Draft.
Left wing number 72, Gavin McKenna.
When I got called in the starting lineup, they were all booing. Didn't boo for anybody else, booed for me. You know, pressure's a privilege, so hearing those people boo me means I'm doing something right.
Reese Wallback centers Gavin McKenna to his left, Aiden Fink to his right. Puck is dropped. Off we go.
Attaboy, Gavin! Great shift, great shift. Gav, nice move.
He is the youngest player that I think I have ever coached in college hockey. College hockey is very intense.
Every time McKenna has touched the puck so far, he's hearing the boos from the student section.
For a 17-year-old to come in with the buzz that surrounds him, it's been a lot for him. But he handles all of that so well. He does things that you haven't seen before. The only way I could explain, I just remember when I was a kid, I watched a video of a fly. How a human sees it is very quick.
Power play for Penn State, McKenna.
And how a fly sees it is it just seems very slow and that he sees everything. And that's how Gavin plays the game.
Return to Serrato, kept it in the zone. Darts between the circles, feeds it Fink, lets it fly. He scores! Aiden Fink on the power play from Gavin McKenna.
He is so good that when you watch it on video, sometimes you hit pause and you still don't know how he did it.
Loose out front, Serrato backdoor, he scores on a one-time snipe, and again right from Gavin McKenna. Penn State comes from behind to win the season opener.
On a bad start.
His college debut, first thing that stood out was his poise. Having a beautiful assist on one of the goals, and I think it was the next night he ended up doing the forks down.
2 minutes to go in the third, minute 13 left in the power play. Far side, Godowski across McKenna, one-timer, he scores! Gavin McKenna's first collegiate goal! He gives the crowd a forks down.
I think he raised a lot of eyebrows with the way that he was able to step into NCAA hockey.
That guy's a player, man.
We all see the talent. But I think now the bigger question is, as the games get bigger, can Gavin handle it?
Gavin, please! Gavin, please!
Because Gavin McKenna is expected to dominate.
Tonight, for the first time, McKenna Mania is here at home.
When Gavin McKenna arrives, it changes expectations.
Let's go!
Gavin McKenna, first kid to say, I'm going to challenge myself and play against bigger, stronger, older, faster kids.
He is such a special talent. Everybody is so excited to watch.
Gavin
We have dropped the puck and we are underway. Clarkson in the green, Penn State in the home white, and a one-timer missed, and Clarkson scores.
Come on, boys, let's go.
Clarkson, they're playing physical. They're hitting anything in a white sweater tonight.
McKenna with an assist already tonight, but he's pushed off the puck by Sukovic.
Going against those big guys, 24-year-olds, having those guys try to knock me off my game, that's a pretty big adjustment.
They have a target, Penn State, and you got to be ready for it. You got to be ready for the physicality.
Now Bottrell on the puck for Clarkson. Pass broken up, but Misiljevic finds it and scores! With the empty net, Vargholz fires and scores!
I just want to put on weight. Hopefully by the end of the year, like 175 to 180, I'd say.
Where are you now?
171, I think.
What were you when you came out?
165. It's pretty good.
Like that. We like to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
Tonight, this place is ready to rock. Penn State and Michigan, bitter rivals.
Let's go!
Get on it.
With a team as skilled as Michigan, you need to protect the puck. Make sure you're not taking any risks at the offensive zone blue line.
McKenna, bananas back behind the goal, swings and has some speed. He'll lug it to center, jet to the Michigan line. Gavin McKenna into the attacking zone. Turns on the backhand, lost it at the blue line. Back! Earnestly into the Penn State zone, got free. Short-handed opportunity, he scored!
That type of odd man rush is exactly what we were just saying you want to avoid, right? You want to be a little bit harder on the zone entry there if you're Gavin McKenna.
Get us some momentum, boys. Get us some momentum.
Go now, go!
Middle. A lot of traffic. Horkoff alone out front. Shot, score!
Come on, we got to get on it.
Angled back line, shot, score! It was tipped right in front of Raylor. Top shelf.
Oh. We got to hunt too, boys. Come on, guys. Come on. You want to go get it back or not?
Drop pass Rayo Mullen. He'll turn away from the pressuring McKenna. Feathers a pass near side Robertson. Backhand far side. McKinney scores! What's that? Michigan notches the extra point on top of the touchdown. And all the remaining fans in this building are pouring to the exits.
Sick of this shit. We think we're all good. Oh, we got the best players. That. Do what makes this program Penn State. Put your head down and go to work. The guys that started this program, none of them were high recruits. None of them were draft picks. But they wanted to win. Penn State, not for themselves.
It's not been as easy as it was in Medicine Hat for Gavin McKenna in the NCAA. He's racking up points, but he's not racking up points the way he did there. And for the first time, I think, probably ever for the young man, there have been some questions, murmurs from scouts.
I think part of it is a teenage player under immense pressure with a top program, trying to figure out what his game and what his style of play looks like at that level. But the conversations are happening.
What do we make of Gavin McKenna?
This was the least engaged I've seen him. And it just looks like he's shying away from the tougher areas, the contact. Where's the effort?
There are times where I just don't see
He isn't quite dominating the college ranks, though, the way some people thought he would.
He's not engaging with every play like he probably should. There are games out there where it feels like he's more of a passenger and he's not driving the play.
This projected top overall pick is supposed to be the best player to come out.
He can disappear, and he looks soft at points. Like, right now, I feel like McKenna, his stocks are lower than they've ever been.
We're at the first time in the history of sports where your critics are literally living on a device in your pocket. And against this backdrop, you have teenagers trying to manage what voices they're listening to, whose opinions really matter.
All these fans, you know, the hype. I was gripping my stick tight, not as confident, and It's tough to get out of. I just try and just block out that noise and play the game that you've played your whole life.
Getting there. Ooh, let's go, Gabby. Okay, let's go.
Here we go, game number 2. Well, you talk about McKenna. What are your impressions so far of the freshman?
I think he's a 17-year-old.
I see Gavin as just, he's my son. I want him to be happy. Of course, I want him to be successful in whatever he chooses to do, and we are there to support him. But yeah, I don't like the pressure on him necessarily. He's still a child. He's still learning. He's still growing.
I think his skill is exceptionally off the chart, but it's going to take some time.
It like annoys me a lot. He's literally just a kid. Like, he doesn't like need to be perfect all the time. Like, he's allowed to make mistakes.
People don't know all the effort he's put in, all the hours he's put in.
My mom heart is like, okay, are you okay? Are you talking to people? You know, you want his mental health to be good. That's the most important, right? If you have any issues, like, you know, we want him to know, like, we're here. If you need to come home, come home.
Exciting to see that.
Yes. Can't wait.
This year, it's kind of my first year where I've dealt with like backlash and criticism towards my game. Seeing all that stuff online, I think it's kind of hard to like avoid. It's just always all over your feed and stuff. Going through it by myself, living on my own and stuff, just like in a new place, I think it's been pretty crazy, but leaning on my family is kind of what I've learned is what helps me.
Oh, there he is. Oh my gosh. Welcome home.
It's a bit of a reset. Getting to be with the family again. You know, I don't see them too often, so whatever chance I get to be home and be with them, it's, you know, we want to make the most out of it. And this is what I love, getting out in the land and being with my family. This is, you know, what I grew up doing. You know, whether we were out camping or, you know, just out for a day trip, dirt biking or skidooing somewhere, that was my childhood.
Our family, being First Nation, being outdoors is super important to us.
That's who we are as First Nations. We never live inside. We refer to ourselves part of the land, part of the water. We spoke to the universe back before anything else was there, that we connected to those stars. Everything had purpose. Every insect, every organism is important. We had that relationship through our spirituality. The core of our identity is built around community, built around the family dynamic, built around supporting each other. to become who we're meant to be. Our history is built on who we are, but a lot of it hasn't been positive. We as community are suffering in a lot of cases because it's the extreme traumas that, those elders have gone through.
My grandpa, without him, I definitely wouldn't be here today. What he went through going to residential school, I can't even imagine.
Starting in the 1880s and for much of the 20th century, more than 150,000 children from hundreds of Indigenous communities across Canada were forcibly taken from their parents by the government and sent to what were called residential schools. Funded by the state and run by churches, they were designed to assimilate and Christianize Indigenous children by ripping them from their parents, their culture, and their community.
There was residential school. I went to that when I was 12 or 13. Being away at that age and not realizing what was going on, it was tough and horrible. It was a Catholic school, and if you didn't pray for lunch and supper, you didn't get to eat, which I didn't get to eat a lot. And that's the way it was. And you couldn't speak your language if you did speak your language, type of thing. It was totally ignored. You don't do that, period. And I watched all these kids that were abused. In the middle of the night, you'd see a flashlight coming, and it'd be one of the night supervisors going to somebody's kids, taking the kids out. That type of thing. Didn't realize what was going on until I got older and realized, they were probably being sexually assaulted. Yeah, it was tough. It made me tough for sure.
Knowing he can go through all that stuff and still get to where he's at today, I can't take anything for granted. And if I got something going on in my life that's hard, I know it's nothing compared to what he's gone through. So been a huge motivator for me, especially when times are hard. Like, I remember I'm doing it for my family.
Teach him how to make a fire, Grandpa.
When you talk about the trauma and how that affected, I think it stopped with him. Joe did a really, really good job of separating his family from that.
I'd like to think Gavin saying that, I share this responsibility not only to tell the story, but also the fact that I need to change the narrative for the betterment of our people going forward. We don't want to be looked upon as victims anymore in this country. So when I look at Gavin, a fresh face, so to speak, in regards to who's representing us, showing us, the beautifulness of telling that story from a different light.
I've got a lot of young supporting fans who are Indigenous. I know some people have doubts of themselves, and sometimes heritage can play a factor in that. So just want to make sure that kids know, no matter who you are, where you come from, anything's possible. Just got to believe in yourself.
Welcome to day one of the 50th World Junior Hockey Championship.
The World Juniors, especially in Canada, is as if you rolled in March Madness in the US with the college football bowl season and then put a bunch of teenagers in the jersey of your national team and said, go win a gold medal.
And this year, there is no bigger spotlight on any player at this event than there is on Gavin, from a media attention standpoint and from an NHL scout standpoint. I do think there has been a bit of a cooling on Gavin McKenna with NHL scouts.
If he can dominate and lead Canada to gold,
Good luck, have fun, boys. Yeah, let's go.
any question whether he'll be #1 overall will be over and done.
And Hage with a step throws it back in front to McKenna. McKenna wheels it back, score!
And once McKenna has space, he's brilliant. Spins, wheels. What a brilliant game for this tournament to kick off on.
Michael Hage feeds that down, takes the return pass, slings it across, score! McKenna shoots, scores! There it is. McKenna calling for it, lead pass finds McKenna. In comes McKenna, oh, he scores! Big trick for Gavin McKenna.
That is preposterous. So much pressure on him in this tournament. Love to see him having fun scoring goals.
Can you lock the car?
Okay, let's go. We're off.
Well, the team's winning, so that's the main thing, and he is tied for top in tournament scoring right now, so I think that's good for his confidence, and yeah, it's a big game. With all the extra media, it does add a little bit of extra stress, right?
I just wonder about his mental health sometimes. He's so competitive, right? And he does have that pressure, so he just always wants to be the best. But I mean, you can't always be the best.
Knocked down by Hage, fed out of McKenna. McKenna had a stick knocked out of his hands. Now McKenna gathers it back up. Here's Bennick the other way for the Jacks. Feeds it Edward. Curran moving in. Curran with a chance. Rebound, lose it, but they score! With 1:14 to go. Chance up for Chias with the empty net. Chias gets around Perek. In comes Chias, shoots, scores! And the Czechs once again take down Canada. Canada will leave this World Junior Championship with a bronze medal after a 6-3 win over Finland.
World Juniors. I didn't think I played bad at all. You know, anytime you put up 2 points per game, I feel like it's not a bad tournament, but I think obviously just because it's myself, people expected a lot higher numbers.
He did not look like a guy who should go #1 overall. He did not separate himself to me. I was wildly disappointed in the way that Gavin McKenna played in this tournament.
It's all over TikTok or Instagram or whatever it is, and they've got nothing better to do than sit in their basement and type up some, hate comment or make some post or whatever it is. I think I've earned, those high standards, but it's tough.
We hoped that McKenna was going to come to this tournament and answer some of those questions and maybe silence some of those questions a little bit, mute them, dull them. But instead, there's probably even more questions than answers.
After World Juniors, and everyone calling him a bust and this, you're overrated here, you're overrated there. I couldn't imagine how much pressure he feels.
And then there's the outdoor game. 75,000 people at Penn State Beaver Stadium. Everyone's wearing white, screaming. And Gavin McKenna gets the big goal.
The #1 pick expected in next June's draft ties this one up.
Gotta imagine if you're Gavin McKenna, life can't get any better at that point. And then that night, everything just flipped upside down.
The Penn State hockey star now at the center of a case drawing national attention. Forward Gavin McKenna faces serious assault charges.
The incident took place this past Saturday around 8:45 p.m. in front of the Pew Street parking garage in downtown State College. Police say McKenna and a group of people left Doggy's Pub when McKenna got into a verbal altercation with another group. Police say McKenna punched a 21-year-old man twice, who suffered fractures to his jaw, lost a tooth, and could hardly speak afterwards.
I would imagine it was probably a very vulnerable state that he was in, hearing about some of these possible charges and him being a Canadian. Does that mean that he's going to get deported and not be able to go to school in the States? And he's probably thinking, did I just jeopardize everything that I've tried to build here and getting to where I want to be?
It was the craziest 2 days of my life. I couldn't eat, couldn't sleep. I was like glued to my phone. People were like, this guy's done.
Gavin McKenna was just charged with 4 felony assault charges. So let's wait for the whole story to come out.
This story, it didn't just take over the hockey world, it took over the entertainment world, the news cycle. You turn on CNN, Fox News, everywhere you looked, it was Gavin McKenna. And then the rumors start coming out. What was allegedly said.
Apparently there was a person berating McKenna's mom.
That changed everything. Reportedly, Gavin and his family separated themselves from the situation. The kid followed him outside, verbally assaulted Gavin's mom, and then McKenna dropped him.
Did it even matter that the rumors might not be true?
No, I mean, the internet, it took on a life of its own.
To then find out why he did it, I think that everyone's like, yeah, that's awesome. Let's go.
So Gavin McKenna did what we all like to think we would do.
People started to side with me.
And he punched the kid in the face, and he broke the kid's jaw in 3 places.
Good for him.
Gavin McKenna.
Gavin McChinseeker.
It was a crazy change.
What are you gonna do, dude? Sometimes you just gotta drop a guy.
I think his stock is going up after
Oh,
this.
it did.
I'm sure he probably wished he would have handled it a different way, but by no means, I don't think any team or any scout after hearing that story is going to hold that against him. And if anything, I'm thinking to myself, I want that kid on my team.
What's it do for his draft stock?
Stocks don't change. Stocks maybe go up.
People in the past have thought of me as kind of a soft player, so I think maybe that helped me in a little bit there.
Tonight it's the 6th-ranked Penn State hockey team back at home against Ohio State.
Seeing the outpouring of support that he got. I think it maybe added a little bit of swagger to him.
Smith in the slot, waits and shakes, dealt it McKenna. McKenna to the net front, score! Gavin McKenna! A little swag after the goal!
Doing the McGregor. Conor McGregor, one of the biggest fighters of all time. He has this kind of this swagger shrug that he has. From the incident, how much spotlight it got, then all of a sudden he's doing that shrug. I'm like, oh my God, this guy is just out of his mind.
Back at the blue line, 30 seconds into the man advantage. McKenna, a one-time drive, score! McKenna, right down Broadway, backdoor Misa, he scores!
That's 5 points for Dad already. 5 points, wow.
This year, I didn't expect to have a game like that at all.
McKenna sauced it, middle, scores! Save it all from Gavin McKenna! That's 6 points.
Just pucks were going in.
Gavin McKenna. DeMarsico wants it. One-timer coming. Scores!
Okay, so 7 points now. How's that? Seems like I'm back in the job.
McKenna back to Smith, winds and cracks, scores! 8 points in 1 game for Gavin McKenna. Now that's untouchable.
To put up 8 points against a program like Ohio State, that's nuts.
Gavin's on fire. Let me set the stairs fire. Gavin's on fire. Let me set the stairs fire. Gavin's on fire.
Just this whole second half, I think I've learned the league a little bit and starting to find my way. I don't know, something's changed.
Back to McKenna. Little finesse, couple drags, shoots, scores! Brilliant! Gavin McKenna, overtime game winner!
On his way in, McKenna scores!
That's a pretty nice move.
The second half of the season has shut up the critics for sure. Second in the nation in points, being nominated for the Hobie Baker, which is the Heisman of college hockey.
First shot doesn't go, but the second one's in. A great pass by Gavin McKenna.
McKenna in open ice fires when it scores! The freshman phenom, Gavin McKenna. Here comes McKenna, loses his edge. Puck in front, score!
Back the other way now for McKenna, having to straddle that line, waiting for teammates to come along. He goes, far circle shot, score!
And that plays all Gavin McKenna.
But I think he's done it. I think that he has re-solidified himself as the guy at number 1.
Welcome to Albany, New York, MVP Arena, regional semifinal NCAA men's ice hockey. Penn State and UMD.
Is it weird to you this could be your last game in a Penn State uniform?
That's crazy to think about, for sure, but we're not thinking about that. Yeah.
I told him that last night. He'll never get to play with a player like me again.
Penn State's had to wait. They get a little rest coming in here, having fallen in the Big Ten semifinals at Michigan.
All the hype and expectations all year long. It is win or go home here tonight. And he flies out to center. Penn State 3-on-2. Fink over the attacking line, far wing. Fink to McKenna. One-time drive. Garon made the save across from right to left. Is the back window. Crespo hurries a shot save. The rebound. Chin to Grave. Scramble up front. Garon made the toe save. Chaos in the goal crease. Garon is down. Casey Amon darts into the near corner. Handles the puck. Zips it backdoor. Van Ormel drive. Score! 1-0 Penn State. 20 goals, wedged back to the line. Hansen kept, swept it along. Plant, backdoor, back, Plant, shot, scores! Feed is picked off by McKenna. Great stick, lead pass Fink over the attacking line. He's 1-on-3. Dropped it, McKenna. Hurdles one, drags through the slot. Couldn't get the shot away. Well, that's one move we have not seen yet from Gavin McKenna. It's McKenna trying to shake on three in the near corner. Hands Lawback. Lawback out front. McKenna backhand shot by just high. Off the McKenna into the attacking zone. Near circle, dangles out front. Beats the redirect save Bayon. Scramble there. His belly's on the ice, and we're still tied at 1 with 10:49 to go in the third. McKenna to Lawback. Rubbed off the puck slot. Shot, score! Hunter Anderson beats Fleming. High glove, and Minnesota Duluth goes in front 2-1. 6 seconds left. Max Plant to the Penn State line. Back across, and Hansen buries it with 1 second left. And that is going to do it. Penn State's season comes to a heartbreaking end here tonight. In all likelihood, this is the last time we'll get to see Gavin McKenna wear a Penn State sweater.
Listen, you are an unbelievable human being.
Thank you.
I love having you around.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming here.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Crazy how quick the year's done.
At any point this year, did you regret your decision to go to Penn State?
Honestly, no. I knew it was going to be tough, and that's what I wanted. I didn't want it to be easy. I feel like I've grown a lot as a person, and yeah, there's not been a second where I've regretted it.
Gavin?
Hey.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. Colin Fraser.
Nice to meet you.
How's it going?
Good.
Good.
Hi, Colin. I'm Crystal.
Crystal, nice to meet you.
Gavin's mom.
Willie. Willie?
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you
Great,
as well.
you guys?
Welcome to the Yukon.
Thanks for having me. Beautiful. You guys got a lot of snow, but...
Yeah.
I'm assuming you've met with a whole lot of teams, right?
A good amount, like more of the bottom teams, but a good amount.
Yeah. How's the season? How do you feel about it?
I think college was obviously the right move for me. I think like learning how to play in that environment and play harder hockey, heavier hockey was huge for me. So
where do you see where do you see yourself 6 months from now, and then 18 months? Where do you see yourself?
Well, my goal is to play in the NHL next year. Went to college to make that jump a little smoother, so hopefully that's the case. And by then, hopefully my year's over. Whatever team I get drafted to, hopefully we can make playoffs and hopefully have a Calder trophy as well.
You hope the best of success for Gavin for decades to come. But we are still in the prologue to his book. We know how the story starts. We do not know how it ends. And that's why we love sports. That's why we love watching players that we see and know can be great, can be legends of the game. And yet, the true measure of a player's career requires patience.
This kid is 17, 18 years old, and you have grown adults getting online telling him he played an awful game, or he sucks, or he should have stayed in the CHL. He had all the lights on him. He had all the pressure in the world on him. But at the end of the day, it was a phenomenal season from Gavin McKenna.
Across McKenna, one-timer scores! Gavin McKenna's first collegiate
Get in the zone, darts between the circles, feeds it Fink, lets it fly, he scores! McKenna to the net front, score! Gavin McKenna!
And yeah, I think it changed college hockey forever.
You're not the first guy who's had this level of attention at a young age, and you're probably not going to be the last. What would you tell the next guy who has to deal with the same level of noise that you did?
If I could say anything, listen to your family. They know best.
We have to buy a new apartment somewhere so we can come visit you. Maybe
You can get a hotel. I mean, I think I went to college for a reason, to learn and grow, and I think that's something that definitely happened.
You ready to play with the big boys?
I'm excited, yeah.